resh, sin and shin and tav. Aleph, Bet and Gimel, Dalet, Hey and Bob and Zion, Chet and Tet and Yod and Tav, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samek, Ayin, Hey and Sade, Kof and Resh, Sin and Shin and Tav.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I'm Matthew, and I'm here to teach you some Hebrew from our lesson this week. In today's story, Abraham and Sarah finally have a son whom they name Isaac, which in Hebrew is Yitshaq. You may already know that Yitshaq means he will laugh, but did you ever wonder why? Well, the Yud at the beginning, Hebrews read from right to left, means he will. What will he do? Well, the last three letters, Zadi, Het, and Kuf, put together means laughing. So altogether, Yitshaq means he will laugh. But did you know that you can replace Zadi, Het, and Kuf with another three letters that means something else to make a new word? This is because in Hebrew there are things called roots, which are three letters put together to make an idea. You can add letters onto the beginning and or end of a root and put vowels in the middle to make lots of different words that all keep to the idea of the root. The English letters S, N, and G are a good example of how this works. These three letters together have the idea of singing. You can change the vowel in the middle from sing to sang to song, or add letters onto the end as in sings, singing, or singer. All of these words are about singing, but are used in different ways. Roots in Hebrew work like that, and this idea is much more used in Hebrew than in English. When you're reading in Hebrew, it's important to know some common roots, so you can recognize them in a word, and by that, know what the word's idea is. So let's go learn some roots that are used in this chapter, some of which are used very often throughout all the Bible. We've already looked at the root Zadi, Het, Kuf, which means laughing, and Isaac's Hebrew name, Yitshaq, is from this root. Again, the root Zadi, Het, Kuf means laughing. One of the most common roots in this chapter and the entire Bible is ALEPH, Mem, Resh, which means talking or saying something. Be sure to remember this one. Again, ALEPH, Mem, Resh means talking or saying. Our next root is Shin, Mem, Ayin, which means hearing, obeying, or listening to. This is another very common root. Again, Shin, Mem, Ayin means hearing, obeying, or listening to. If you already know a few Hebrew words, maybe you know a word from the root Gimel, Dalet, Lamed, which means growing or being great and important. How about the word Gadol, which means big? Can you see the three root letters? Again, the root Gimel, Dalet, Lamed means growing or being great and important. Our final root is Shin, Bet, Ayin, which can mean swearing or promising, or the number 7, or a week, since a week has 7 days. In this week's chapter, the meanings of swearing and the number 7 are both used. Again, the root Shin, Bet, Ayin means swearing or the number 7. Now let's practice finding these roots in a little bit of Hebrew text. Remember, sometimes there will be letters attached onto the beginning and or end of the roots, so look carefully. Okay, let's start out by finding the root ALEPH, Mem, Resh, which means saying. I'll give you a few seconds to find it. And there it is. These two words mean, and Avimelech said. Now, find the root Shin, Mem, Ayin, which means hearing, listening, or obeying. There it is. These two words mean Listen to her voice. Now let's look for the root Gimel, Dalet, Lamed, which means growing or being great. And there it is. These two words mean, and the boy grew. Remember that the root Shin, Bet, Ein can either mean swearing or 7. In this sentence, it means swearing. Can you find it? There it is. This sentence means, I will swear. Now let's look for the root Shin, Bet, Ein again, except in this case it means 7. Can you find it? There it is. These words mean 7 lambs. Now let's look for the root Gimel, Dalet, Lamed once again, but this time there's a letter between the root letters, so you have to look carefully. Can you find it? There it is. These words mean a big feast. You're doing great. Now, let's go through verse 6 of Genesis 21, which has 4 words with the roots we've learned today. We're going to split it up into 3 parts to make it easier. First, let's find the root Aleph, Mem, Resh, saying, in this first part, and it's right there. And the second word is a name, Sarah. So this phrase is, and Sarah said. Next, find the root Zadi, Het, Kuf, laughing, in this phrase. And there it is. And this word is Elohim, spelled in Hebrew. So this phrase is, Elohim has made me laugh. Finally, this last part has 2 words with roots we've learned today. First, look for the root Shin, Mem, Ein, hearing, which is right here. And there's another word with the root Zadi, Het, Kuf, laughing, in this part. Do you see it? Right there. So now we know this phrase has to do with hearing and laughing. And in English, it's everyone who hears will laugh with me. Great job! We were able to recognize a lot of roots in just this one verse. Let's go over our roots once more to help you remember them. The root Zadi, Het, Kuf means laughing. The root Aleph, Mem, Resh means saying. The root Shin, Mem, Ein means hearing, obeying, or listening. The root Gimel, Dalet, Lamed means growing or being great and important. And finally, the root Shin, Bet, Ein means swearing or the number 7. Great job! Now you know 5 new roots in Hebrew. If you want to practice these roots, try finding them in a Hebrew text of Genesis 21. And if you want, try finding Aleph, Mem, Resh, say, or Shin, Mem, Ein here in other chapters. I hope you all have a blessed week. Shabbat Shalom!
So what do you think about that? That you can take root words and connect all over the place to make other words that have a similar meaning. Did you know that we have that in English too? Think about the root tri. We have triangle. Tri means 3, so there's 3 angles. We have tricycle, which has 3 circles, 3 cycles, so we got our 3 wheels. We have triceratops, which has 3 horns. We have triathlon, which is a race that has 3 parts, running, swimming, and bicycling. There's all kind of words that we have in English that have roots. And understanding what the root means helps you to understand the word, even if it's a new word, what it's talking about. Isn't that fun?